Welcome guys to the sewing part of this beautiful overlap pencil gown. I used 2 yards of fabric, then 1/4 yards of the white fabric. So I've already cut it out on the fabric. So this is the upper part of the front. And this is the upper part of the back. Remember I told you we are going to cut 2 pieces of it with our zipper allowance. And this is the down part of the front body. So I'll sew in my darts allowance, which is 1 inch. Then I'll place the upper front bodies on it and sew by 1/2 inch. That is after sewing my darts. Then the back down part, I'll sew my darts to 1 inch. Then I'll place the upper part of the back and sew by 1/2 inch at the waistline. So this is it after I'm done imputing my darts and sewing the upper part with 1/2 inch at the waist side. This is the front bodies. And this is the back body. I've also sewn in 1/2 inch after sewing in my darts at the lower part. So right now I'm going to sew my 1 inch I left for zip allowance. I'll just sew in the 1 inch. After sewing the 1 inch, I'll place the front body on it and sew by 1/2 inch at the shoulder part. I'll join the front bodies and the back bodies at the shoulder part with 1/2 inch. Then I'll bring it back for us to see. This is it after joining. That's my zipper allowance. I've sewed down my zipper allowance. And I've also joined the shoulder of the front and the back with 1/2 inch. So now I'm going to take my full body measurements, then I'll sew it down. This is it after sewing. I've taken my full body measurement and I sewed down. So right now I'm going to turn it. This is the front. So at the overlap, I'm going to take the measurement of my neck from where I want the collar to start down to where I want it to end. I want it to end at the overlap by the side. So I'm taking it round. I got 44. I'm adding 1 inch. So this is the collar. It's 5 inches wide and 50 inches long. So I ironed an ST to half of it. I folded the 5 inches into 2 and ironed ST to half of it, and also ironed in half inches. So the other part that is not with ST, I'm going to sew it down on the fabric first, then I'll use the other place I folded that has ST to top stitch on it. The place without ST, you sew in half an inch, then use the other side which has half an inch with ST to top stitch on it. So I have to lose the side so that after sewing I can put the allowance inside and stitch back. So right now I'm showing you at the back part. I've already inserted my zip, so I'm showing you how to sew down the collar at the zipper part. So you just pass it through the zip. You pass it through the zip like this. Then when top stitching, you turn it to the other side and cover it. This is the gown after I'm done attaching my collar. You can see after sewing, I turned it and top stitch on it round. This is the back. You can see it's neatly sewn in. So right now I'm going to take, since it's a sleeveless, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. I want it to be 3 inches, but I'm marking 3.5. I'll use half inch for hemming allowance. I'll use half inches to sew it in. So I'll mark the half inch, then retrim the armhole and sew in. Then for the slits, I'm going to measure from my waist down 23 inch. I don't want it to be too open, so I'm marking 23 inches. And I'll go in from that 23 inches I mark, I'll go in by 2 inch. Then at the down part, I'm going to go in by 3 inches. Then I'll connect it with a straight ruler. So right now I'm going to cut it out. This is it after cutting out. So I'll bring my white fabric. The white fabric is also 5 inches wide. So I'll measure the length of my slit and cut it on the fabric. The fabric, I just ironed it without folding any half inch. I just ironed it into 2 and ironed ST on one side. So I'll just sew down with half inch. So after sewing, this is what we have. So I'm going to notch that part to enable me turn it freely. So I'm going to cut the excess and fold it. Just watch the way I'm folding it. Fold the upper part, then you fold it. You fold the upper part first, then you fold it inward. Make sure it's sitting on the edge of that cut, because that is where you are going to top stitch on. Just 1/4 of an inch. Top stitch on it like this, and you do the same to the other side. I'll also trim it. This is it after sewing. I decide to hem the down part and I've top stitch on it. This is it, looking beautiful. Our full gown is ready. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. If you're coming across this video for the first time, please subscribe, like, share, and drop your comments at the comment section. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support, your love. May God continue to bless you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. See you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.